Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Sunday afternoon. We got 11 races we want to show you. Pete Aiello's got the track and weather conditions.
Sunday's card begins with some overnight rain and some early morning rain as well. We have a good main track and a good turf course. The main track would go to fast after about 4 or 5 races. First of the day over the turf at 5 furlongs. Maidens in for a special weight purse of $46,000. Scratch the 8, Hasta La Bye Bye. Field of 7. Favorite number 5, Teak.
Racing at Gulfstream. Silver Wings Revan was off in a tangle and is last to begin. From between horses, the favorite Teak fires right to the top. Away in second is Giant Dilemma. Up on the outside, Nobody Knows Nothing with Grand Tagoshi between horses. After a subpar getaway, Silver Wings Revan is rushing forward on the far outside. Racing ahead of Green Mansions, and Golden Lion is last of all as they wheel around the far turn. It's Teak as the odds-on choice in front, a length and a quarter. Silver Wings Revan is second. Nobody Knows Nothing is out the rail third. These top 3 have gone ahead of the rest, led by Golden Lion, and on the inside, Grand Tagoshi with Giant Dilemma at the back with Green Mansions with a quarter of a mile left to go. Teak in complete control off the turn with a 4-length lead. Whip out on the second and third horses with Nobody Knows Nothing trying to make headway from the outside in Golden Lion with an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Teak is still well clear. Teak by 3. Golden Lion is a battle for second with Nobody Knows Nothing and Green Mansions to the wire. Teak all the way. Very close for second between Nobody Knows Nothing and Green Mansions, then Golden Lion and Silver Wings Revan.
Favorite wins the opening contest with something in the tank as Tyler Gaffleone pilots Teak to a victory. For trainer Christophe Clément and owners Mr. and Mrs. Bertram Firestone. 3, Green Mansions wins a close photo for second ahead of the 7, Nobody Knows Nothing, who had to settle for third. To the second race now, the start of today's early pick 4 maiden claimers at 1 mile and for a price tag of $10,000. 8 to the gate, the heavily favored runner was number 1, Momenta Cat.
And they're off. Bouncing around at the beginning was 2 Diamonds, and veering outward was Sweet Inspiration. Toward the rail, Momenta Cat wastes no time. She wants to lead the field with Charming Hostess moving to challenge, and these 2 quicken up. They've opened 3 in a hurry on Cresses, who comes away third. Look at the top 2 speed away. It's now 5 or 6 to Cresses, who's out of there third. Then back to Caribbean Girl with Sweet Inspiration parked on her outside. Dove Vuelta is next alongside 2 Diamonds, and taken in hand is Patriot Storm. She'll have some pace to chase as they whistled an opening quarter in 23 seconds flat. Jockey Nick Juarez and Momenta Cat wanted the lead, but they paid a stiff toll to get it. And they lead the way a length over Charming Hostess, who gave the leader no quarter in the early stages, and they're still 5 ahead of Cresses. It's a gap of at least another 6. Back to the outside in Sweet Inspiration with Dove Vuelta trying to get underway. At the inside, Caribbean Girl out wide and 2 Diamonds trying to get underway. And then it's far back to the trailer Patriot Storm. Around the far turn, 3/8 of a mile from home. With the advantage, it's Momenta Cat. She leads a half a length. On the outside and racing into second is Charming Hostess. Here's De Vuelta, moving sharply on the outside for Raylu Gutierrez. She was 4th. She's now on to the front. Big sweeping move from De Vuelta as Momenta Cat was did in at the opening quarter mark. From the back, and 2 Diamonds also putting into charge is Caribbean Girl. They're off the turn. They're in the stretch drive. De Vuelta has her own fate in her hands. She leads it now by 4. Up into second is Cresses down the outside. And 2 Diamonds from way out of it. Patriot Storm starts to make some headway. 16th to go. Dove Vuelta is clear. Cresses is game, and she's making some ground, but Dove Vuelta will win it. It's Dove Vuelta and Raylu Gutierrez to win it by 2 in the end. Cresses was second. Caribbean Girl third. Patriot Storm ran 4th in 1:40.2.
Number 1, Momenta Cat had never raced on the main track prior to this afternoon, and really tough to tell off of what happened if she liked it or not, as she was fried by number 4, Charming Hostess, going entirely too fast, entirely too soon, and allowing number 8, Dove Vuelta, to close for the score under Raylu Gutierrez for trainer Antonio Sato and AT and Biba Incorporated. Second was 5, Cresses. Third was the 2, Caribbean Girl.
Welcome to my playground. To my playground. To my playground. You wanna play nice, here we go. To my playground.
OBS April, the 2-year-old source to the world, with Grade 1 stakes winners, including Mind Your Biscuits, impressive hero of the $2 million Dubai Golden Shaheen, Grade 1 stakes winning millionaire Sharp Ass Tekka, and Grade 1 stakes winning filly La Coronel. Find your next Grade 1 winner at the OBS Spring Sale of 2-year-old April 24th through 27th. Undertack previews are April 16th through 21st. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon on the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Rider change on 2, Force to a Misael Jaramillo. A field of 10. The favorite was the 4, Abbott.
And they're off. Abbott and Darn That Parker, the first two to begin. Gregory's Son has some speed. Moving up on the outside, Mr. Papillon with Mario's Revenge not far away. In between horses, it's on cruise control. Out wide is Big City Heart. Street Code settles in third last. Force is second last and maneuvered to the 2-path to Maestro as last of the 10 as a speed duel develops up front. With the advantage, it's Abbott by a neck. Darn That Parker keeping the pressure on second. These two are going quickly. They've opened 3 on Mario's Revenge, who races in third. Gregory's Son gets a great tracking spot from fourth. 2 back to On Cruise Control in fifth, then Street Code and Mr. Papillon. Big City Heart is 3 wide. De Maestro is second last, and Force is last of all through the opening quarter in a wicked 22-4. Pace aplenty here. Abbott taking all the starch out of him as Darn That Parker on the outside. Gregory's Son trying to reap the spoils of this skirmish. He's now raced into third inside of Mario's Revenge. Then Street Code and On Cruise Control, followed by Mr. Papillon and De Maestro. Big City Heart is next, and Force has been last a long way as they round the far turn. Abbott has the lead. Darn That Parker on the outside second. Gregory's Son third. Street Code racing into fourth under Jonathan Gonzalez. He has an opportunity from there. 3 back to Mario's Revenge, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's Abbott who turns first with the lead. Gregory's Son unleashed on the outside. Street Code widest of all, and a late run from the rail and De Maestro. Final 1/8 of a mile. It's Gregory's Son in front. Street Code tries to pick him up, and here he comes now. Street Code levels off to take the lead. It's Street Code and Jonathan Gonzalez going away to beat Gregory's Son from De Maestro, then Darn That Parker and Abbott in 1:30-1.
Heck of a good price if you like number 7, Street Code, who was the second choice on the morning line but was sent off at 7-1. Jonathan Gonzalez got the son of Street Crowd to straighten up and kick on past the final 16th. Registers the victory for trainer Carlo Vaccarenza and owner Michael Petrangelo. Second, number 3, Gregory's Son. Third was the 1, De Maestro. We move now to the fourth race of the afternoon at 6 furlongs. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 7 signed on. The favorite was number 3, Little Miss May.
And they're off. Level beginning. From the outside, Super Duper Girl away well. Go Girl Gone now up to challenge at the rail. It's Email. Love Ferravi away in the top flight, and so is All Run, No Play. 2.5 back to the favorite, Little Miss May, who's in front of only 1 horse early, and that's the back marker, Divine Diva. They make their way to the half-mile point, and Francisco Masonette and Go Girl Gone. The California Invader leads the way 3 parts of a length. Love Ferravi now takes second. Super Duper Girl gets started 3 wide and on the attack. Back to fourth and All Run, No Play. The favorite, Little Miss May, doesn't look like she has her mind on business at all. She's last of all and has never picked up the bit. Through an opening quarter in 22-3, there's 5/16 to go. And at 5-1, Super Duper Girl, strictly the one to beat. Super Duper Girl goes to the top of the stretch on top 2.5. Love Ferravi is second. From the back and Divine Diva, then comes All Run, No Play. That's all for Go Girl Gone. At the top of the stretch, Super Duper Girl kicking clear. Super Duper Girl now by 5. Super Duper Girl now by 6, by 7. Super Duper Girl still in front, and in front by a big margin. Love Ferravi is second, Divine Diva third. Super Duper Girl easily. Love Ferravi second, Divine Diva third, All Run, No Play fourth, ahead of Little Miss May.
Number 3, Little Miss May, never fired, not even a little bit. So the upset was on in the form of number 7, Super Duper Girl, who wins very easily under jockey Jorge Perez for trainer Jaime Mejia, the Thoroughbred Champions Training Center. The daughter of Kentucky Derby winner Super Saver to start the pick 3. Number 4, Love Ferravi, was second ahead of the 5, Divine Diva, who ran third. We move now to the 5th race of the afternoon over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Scratch the 1 and 7. These were claimers in for $12,500. This was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. Hold That Kitten was away well. Special Consideration has speed from between horses. Here's Freudy moving up. Lani Akea beat to the punch today. She'll have to sit fourth. Behind the speed is on the outside Bossiata, and on the inside Make Big Money. They're about 5 lengths off the pace setters. The two at the back are Schmiss and Commissioned. Around the first turn they go. Hold That Kitten, intent on getting to the lead and has the lead by a head. Freudy right alongside second. Taking hold third is Lani Akea. Racing in fourth is Special Consideration. Followed fifth by Bossiata, then Make Big Money along the rail. Schmiss is second last and Commissioned is last behind an opening quarter in 23 3. Down the backstretch they go. Hold That Kitten now stretches the advantage to 3 parts of a length, but moving again is Freudy to be second. Up on the outside, Lani Akea poised to strike 3 wide while third. 2 back to Special Consideration in fourth and Make Big Money along the rail. Followed 3 wide by Bossiata. Commission starts to get a move on from the back of the field, about 6 lengths off the pace setter, and Schmiss is last with the opening half mile in 47 2. Around the far turn they go. It's Freudy and Alvaro Doniz striding out to a 2.5 length lead. Bossiata is an all-in second. Moving up on the outside, here's Commission from last into third and gaining ground. 4 wide and Schmiss. They're at the top of the stretch. Freudy turns for home, trying to spring the shocker. Bossiata sets her mind to business and moves up on the outside for Panici. Down the center, Commissioned. Widest of all on a late run coming from Schmiss. Special Consideration is back for more with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Commissioned coming over the top to take the lead. It's Commissioned and Edgard Zayas to the lead. Commissioned in front. Very close for second between Schmiss and Bossiata, then Freudy in Special Consideration.
On paper, it looked like the 5th race was ripe for a horse from off the speed. It was just to find which one would come from off the speed. The correct answer to that question was number 6, Commissioned, who goes last to first to win under Edgard Zayas for trainer George Bush and owner Kendall Condi. Number 8, Bossiata holds second ahead of number 5, Schmiss, who ran third. Time for commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll bring you the Rainbow Six sequence on the Sunday program right after this.
And Ghost Zepper is pulling away. Ghost Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Ghost Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program. Leadoff leg of today's Rainbow Six. Maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch number 9, La Tatina. A field of 8. Favorites included number 8, Shamrock Babe, and number 2, Gianna Shahachi.
And they're off. Good start for Nile Rising. At the rail, Hachi is sent along, and there goes Gianna Shihikchi up to challenge and for the top. And on the outside, Shamrock Babe now comes away to race in third. Motivate is fourth and in the 2 path, and at the rail, that's Nantucket Red, followed by Nile Rising. Motivate's really on heels here for Tyler Gaffleone, trying to settle down about 2.5 lengths off the lead, while fifth. The 2 at the back are Ambrosia and Janet B. Does It All as they chase the speed of Hachi around the first turn. It's Hachi and Luca Panici in front to half a length. Gianna Shihikchi is now racing in second. On the outside, and Shamrock Babe is third. Parked at the rail, fourth is Nantucket Red. Then it's Motivate between horses in fifth. 2 back to Nile Rising sixth. Seventh at the rail is Janet B. Does It All. And Ambrosia is eighth and last behind an opening quarter in 24 1. The race to the half-mile point of the contest. Up front, Hachi has a narrow lead over Gianna Shihikchi. They're in lockstep up front. 3 wide, Shamrock Babe is third. At the rail, Nantucket Red will need a way through, so Mott is 3-4 at the half-mile point. Given the green light is Motivate to try to get motivated. 2 back to Nile Rising, then Janet B. Does It All. And the back marker is Ambrosia through a 48 1/2 mile. They round the far turn. It's Hachi, the leader. Looking for room is Juarez on Nantucket Red from fourth. Meanwhile, the barn buddy Shamrock Babe goes 3 wide and goes on the attack. Trying to really get through here is Nantucket Red. Will have to thread the needle, but has horse no place to prove it. 3/4, 1:11 4. They're at the top of the stretch. It's Shamrock Babe who gets first run and moves away by 2. Now there's a seam for Nantucket Red to quicken through. Down the outside and Nile Rising. From between horses, it's Motivate. On the outside, Nile Rising gobbling up the ground for Leonel Reyes, trying to get to Shamrock Babe. Here's Nile Rising in time. Shamrock Babe was second. Nantucket Red loose for third in 1:36 3.
Number 3, Nile Rising, rallies down the center of the course to get the upset in today's 6th race. Well handled by jockey Leonel Reyes. Trainer Dave Fox and Kales Company, LLC. Second, the 8 Shamrock Babe, who had to cover an awful lot of ground around that far turn. Probably cost her, ahead of the 4 Nantucket Red, who also had an alibi as she lacked racing room when she wanted it, but had to settle for third. To the 7th race now on turf at 1 mile, starter allowance optional claiming event. The optional claiming price here was $35,000. A field of 9 signed on. The favorite was number 6, Musical Heart.
And they're off. Good start for Coop Tries Harder, who's heading off for the early lead from between horses. That's Nonsuch moving up. On the inside and Discovered taken in hand from the top shelf. Seattle Treasure drops over. Then it's back to Musical Heart, who's going to be 3 wide with Wake Me Up at Noon in the 2 path. On heels and at the fence is Hills Pond. Then it's a length and a half back to Josie's Riddle, who settles in second last, and Geodude is last of all, as Hills Pond is still very rank while down inside mid-flight. With the advantage, Coop Tries Harder and Tyler Gaffleone. They lead the way to the backstretch run, and they lead it a length and a quarter from Seattle Treasure, who races in second. On the inside, that's Nonsuch in third. 3 wide down the backstretch is Musical Heart. Not an optimum spot for him, but he's only 2 lengths off the lead with Wake Me Up at Noon just to his inside. Discovered is at the rail. Then comes Hills Pond. He's improved a touch while settling down a bit. 2 back to Josie's Riddle, and Geodude is last. 49 seconds for the opening half mile. They swing to the far turn. It's Coop Tries Harder in front by a neck. Seattle Treasure on the outside second. Here's Musical Heart. He's having to cover ground, but he's traveling pretty well, and he's up to challenge for the lead with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. Driven fourth is Nonsuch. Then back at the inside, Discovered. Hills Pond's bit is stalled ahead of Josie's Riddle, and Geodude is last as they run to the top of the stretch. Does Coop Tries Harder have anything in the tank? He's off the turn with a narrow advantage. Musical Heart to the attack now second. These two with 1/8 of a mile to go, and Discovered's into the clear with a late say. Final 16th of a mile. Coop Tries Harder is dead game. On the outside, Musical Heart shifting ground. That's good news for Discovered, and Discovered hits the front and wins going away. Second, Musical Heart. Third was Coop Tries Harder. Geodude from last to fourth in 1:37.1.
Number 6, Musical Heart, fought on gamely but shifted ground inside the final 16th, giving a chance to Discovered, and Discovered took full use of that opportunity as he rallied down the center of the course under Jose Bautista, trainer Mark Cassie, and owner John Oxley. Number 6, Musical Heart was second. Number 8, Coop Tries Harder, ran third. To the 8th race now in the leadoff leg of today's Elite Pick 4. Claimers at 6 furlongs over the main track, in for a price tag of $6,250. All the money for number 2, Jersey Street.
And they're off. Favorite Jersey Street, one of the first to begin, sent to last, was Wonderful Proof, who checked off heels. Meanwhile, Moonstricking is giving this big favorite all he wants, and Moonstricking goes at it with Jersey Street. They land 1-2. Fight On Forever is now racing in third. I Idolize You likes what's unfolding in front of him. He's racing in fourth, only 3 lengths behind. Then comes Captain Overdrive. To his inside goes Joe Kane, 3 better than Ray Astray. Twas Nero is second last, and Wonderful Proof is last, as the opening quarter was 22-3. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Moonstricking tried to take some of the sting out of the leader, Jersey Street. Here comes the second choice, I Idolize You, to try his hand at the favorite. Away in third now is Fight On Forever as they run to the top of the stretch. The race is on, and Jersey Street will have to do better than that, as I Idolize You ran right by. I Idolize You to the top of the stretch now moves a length and a half better than Jersey Street, but took a very, very funny step. I Idolize You just took another funny step, and Jersey Street gets the lead again. Not sure what happened to I Idolize You as he's shifting ground again, as he's now second. He's wandering all over the place. What's happening now? I Idolize You. Wow, Nick Juarez did a great job to stay up, but the winner was Jersey Street. Twas Nero got up for second. Honestly, don't know who was third between Fight On Forever and Captain Overdrive, an erratic stretch run in 1:13.2.
Well, that was bizarre, as number 9, I Idolize You, looked to have the race all locked up, wandered all over the place. If he had done it 2 or 3 less times, he still might have been able to beat Jersey Street, who was really not traveling that well. But in the end, I Idolize You beat himself, and Jersey Street rolls for a easy victory, although it's not as easy as it looks on the form. Amisael Jaramillo rode the winner for Victor Barboza Jr. We turn our attention now to the 9th race, the first leg of the Late Pick 3, Maidens of the Florida Bred Variety at 6 furlongs. A field of 8. This was a wide-open betting race.
And they're off. From the center, Aerosol begins very well, but there goes La Duquesa up to challenge for the top. Shanghai Starlet has a touch of speed from the rail. Away in fourth is Kitzel Park, then Heaven's Pulpit, a length better than So Fresh. The 2 at the back are Me Mishak and Jamrock. They head to the half-mile point. La Duquesa and Jose Bautista Bayanek. Aerosol up on the outside is now second. Shanghai Starlet parked at the rail third. The Gray Heavens Pulpit is fourth, a length better than Kitzel Park fifth. Then it's a gap of 3 to So Fresh ahead of Miss Meshach and Jamrock. 22 and 3 for the opening quarter speed. There's now less than 3 furlongs to run. Aerosol comes away with the lead. On the outside, Heaven's Pulpit getting after her second. Down at the inside, Shanghai Starlet is third. Worked on fourth is Kitzel Park, blowing by La Duquesa, then So Fresh with a quarter of a mile left to go. Up front, Miguel Vasquez and Aerosol maintain the lead. Heaven's Pulpit and Panici right on the outside. Trying to get out from behind these two is Shanghai Starlet with an eighth of a mile left to go. Aerosol shortening up. Shanghai Starlet into the clear. Shanghai Starlet with every opportunity to get by Aerosol. Shanghai Starlet now gets by Aerosol, and Shanghai Starlet's the winner. Shanghai Starlet going away under Tyler Gaffleone, 2.5. Aerosol second, Shanghai Starlet, rather Heaven's Pulpit was third. Miss Meshach ran home for fourth in 1:12 and 1.
Number 1, Shanghai Starlet angled for racing room inside the final 3/16 of a mile and kicked on with a good enough kick to get the victory under jockey Tyler Gaffleone, who registers his second winner of the day. Todd Pletcher trained the daughter of Shanghai Bobby for the King of Prussia stable. Number 4, Aerosol was second, ahead of the 8, Heaven's Pulpit, who ran third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll move to the main track for the final 2 races. A Florida-bred allowance race comes your way right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm based in Ocala continues its tradition of success from the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park. Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 10 on the program. First half of the late daily double, a Florida bred allowance race at 6 furlongs. Scratch the 8 Comanche Storm, a field of 7. This was a wide open betting race.
They're in the gate, and they're off. Level beginning. Lining up for the lead, Tomato Gator's going to put his neck in front over Star Wancho and Tell Me His Story with Florida Cotton on the outside. Starship Apollo is next toward the rail with Silver Chalice in the 2-path. And the one with no early speed is the comebacker Vino. They race to the half-mile point. Tomato Gator leads the way by a half a length. Florida Cotton getting a good tracking spot. In between horses is the favorite, Tell Me a Story, and he's going to go on the attack with that second horse. A gap of 2 to Star Wancho around Starship Apollo. Then comes Silver Chalice, and the trailer is Vino. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. There's 3 furlongs left to go. Tell Me a Story issues the challenge to Tomato Gator, who's all in. On the outside, and Florida Cotton tries to stay with his favorite. 2 back to 4th, and Star Wancho put into the clear by Lionel Reyes with a quarter of a mile left to go. Tell Me a Story on the inside. Whip out on Florida Cotton, who's right alongside second. Star Wancho into the clear and coming on third with 3/16 to go. Tell Me a Story has the lead. Florida Cotton on the outside. Star Wancho, 3 chances, but Tell Me a Story has the kick. Tell Me a Story is in front. Florida Cotton takes another run at him. Star Wancho on the outside. Florida Cotton lunging at the leader. It's still Tell Me a Story. He held on to win it. 7-5 favorite got the job done from Florida Cotton second. Star Wancho third and 110 and 3.
Is ready. We're set for a start.
And runners away. Guarachongo is away well down at the inside. Bay Street Bob has a touch of speed. Half Gray is not far away. Moving out the rail, that's Little Shackelford. So it will be Little Shackelford to have an early tussle with Bay Street Bob as they exit the chute. Away in third is Guarachongo. On his outside is Half Gray. 2 back to the team of Proud Venezuelan and Rider of the Blue, and the 2 out the back door early are Bonus Card and Light Breeze. Opening quarter carved in 24 and 1 as they head to the 5/8 mark. With the advantage, it's Little Shackelford who takes a lot of late play, down to 2 to 1 and in front by a length. Bay Street Bob is second, Half Gray on the outside third. Guarachongo is back to 4th. Bonus Card with an inside lane has moved up a couple of spots, getting ahead of Rider of the Blue, then Proud Venezuelan and Light Breeze. They passed the half mile and moved to the far turn. The opening half mile was 48-1. There's 3 furlongs left to go. The leader is still Little Shackelford by a length and a half. Half Gray is now second. Bonus Card has made it up to third, but Little Shackelford has horse here. Little Shackelford to the top of the stretch, leads by 3. Half Gray is second. Bonus Card under a whip ride third. Rider of the Blue is 4-5 and better than 10 lengths off a breakaway leader with a quarter of a mile left to go. Little Shackelford, where's he going? Little Shackelford drifting out to the center of the racetrack. He's given the door to a couple of them here, including Bonus Card and Rider of the Blue with 3/16 to go. Little Shackelford doing just like the horse did earlier in the card, and he's trying to hold firm here. Bonus Card, and on the outside, Rider of the Blue. Rider of the Blue and Bonus Card. Bonus Card for a narrow lead. Rider of the Blue takes another run at him. Bonus Card, Rider of the Blue. Bonus Card, Rider of the Blue. Bonus Card won it. Bonus Card for Panici and Procino. Get the money from Rider of the Blue. Little Shackelford probably beat himself in 141-4.
And that wraps up Sunday's action. Remember, we're dark for live racing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but we're back here on Thursday with a 9-race card, our first race post, 1:10 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.